Hey YouTube, Joel here. Just want to talk to you about a couple things. Today I want to talk about addiction because I feel it's important and it's something that a lot of people struggle with, including myself. But let me start off by saying this. I got some messages. I don't know if you've seen a little video that I posted. In my first video I talked about how I like to do a lot of random things, and one of those things is building things out of popsicle sticks. So I built something for my mom out of popsicle sticks, and I'll post a picture of that here in the video somewhere. Obviously it spells mom because it's for my mom, but I got some good feedback, but I got some bad feedback as well. I had people message me on Facebook like, you know, what are you, a loser? You're making shit out of popsicle sticks, like, get a job. You know what I mean? I will admit I'm out of work right now, but I have been looking for a job. I'm completely able to work, and I love to work. But haters will be haters. But let me tell you why I make shit out of popsicle sticks. First of all, I love my mom dearly. We have a long history. And as you get to watch this channel and as I post videos, you'll learn a lot more about my family and the struggles that I come from, and maybe you can relate to them, maybe not. That's fine. But I build things out of popsicle sticks. I like to do art, whether it be music, building things. I've always been really good with my hands, and I've always been a creative thinker, I think. But sometimes, especially when you have an addiction like I have, like I said in my first video, I've been clean for some time now, but those intrusive and impulsive thoughts are still there every day. And it's something that you have to deal with every day. Anyone that tells you different is a fucking liar. Anyone that says that one day you'll just forget about your addiction, or if you got people in your family, they're just like, well, just stop. It's that simple. You know, no, it's not. It really isn't. And it's not those people are being dicks. It's just that they don't know any better. And so sometimes you have to have something to occupy your mind. And believe me, when you're consumed by addiction, all you think about is drugs, how to get drugs. You think about ways you can get over on a motherfucker, and it's crazy. It's like going downtown and there being a stove. It's the hottest stove in downtown, but for some fucking reason, every day you put your hand on that stove, and every day you get burned. But you keep coming back. And that's what addiction is to me. Someone told me that a while ago and it rang true. Figured I'd share that with you. To me, that's just pure fucking insanity, but that's what addiction is. It's a disease. It's insanity. It's, you get hooked on something, you can't stop, and sometimes you need to slow down, especially when you sober up. When you sober up, a lot of times people replace one addiction for another. You know, I got someone in my life, I'm not going to say their name, but they quit using crack, but guess what? They spend all their money on useless bullshit from the stores. They go on shopping sprees. They're just addicted to shopping. I told this person, you know, one time that they're going to be on an episode of Hoarders one day, you know, and they laughed, but it's serious, you know. When you quit using one substance, a lot of times you substitute it for another, whether it be alcohol, shopping, eating, you name it. For me, I eat a lot. I've gained like 20 pounds in the last month. But I love to eat. I love to cook. I'm cooking a roast today. It's going to be great. I tried some new things. Hopefully it turns out well. But I think it's going to be great. But I built my mom her present out of Popsicle Sticks because that's how I channel things. It's a slow process. It takes time. And it's something you have to think about. And for me, it works. You know, building things, being creative, it's great. I love it. But let me tell you another story. Just so you know what I'm about. You know, I used to sell a product door to door. And anyone that's in door-to-door sales, I praise you, because door-to-door sales is not easy. Sales in general. I mean, you got to get out there every day. You might make money, you might not. The particular door-to-door sales job that I was in was kind of easy. I made a lot of money, but unfortunately as an addict, I spent all that money on dope. So because of that and other reasons, I left that job. I wasn't doing the right things with it. But at the same time, I always had this feeling in my gut that what I was doing was wrong. And some of you are going to say, what's wrong with selling a product? And there's nothing wrong with selling a product. It's just that when you're an addict, especially, or just general people in sales, I think that you have to have a certain niche. You have to have a manipulative mindset. You have to be able to manipulate people into thinking that they need something that they don't. And that was a big issue for me. Once I sobered up, I was thinking to myself, you know, I'm trying to sell a product to somebody who really doesn't want it. You know, a lot of times they don't want it. They're telling you no, no, no. But you're like, A, B, and C is the reason why you need this fucking product. And a lot of times they'll buy it just to get rid of you. And, you know, whatever. But I had a big problem with that because it just emphasized my addictive behavior. I felt like it was fake. I'm selling something to someone who really doesn't want it. And for those of you that are watching my video right now, I'm not here to sell you something that you don't want. Addiction, people that are addicted to drugs, the last thing they want is something that they don't want. You tell them they have a problem, they definitely don't want that. You tell them they need to go to rehab, or that what they're doing is wrong, they definitely don't want that. They definitely don't want to hear that shit. And it's the truth. And it's sad because I got a good friend in my life. I'm not going to say his name, but he's addicted to heroin. And I talk to him a lot, you know what I mean? And he's just not trying to hear it. You know, he doesn't feel that he's reached that level yet. But for someone who's been through the grind and manipulated, lied, stole, begged, it's hard to see someone go down that same path. And as humans, we want to help that person. But a person will only accept help when they themselves realize they have a problem. Until then, it's nonsense. The first rule in AA is to admit that you have a problem. And if you can't admit that you've had a problem, then you're not ready. As an outsider looking in, it's hard to watch, and I've been there myself. I'm not knocking anybody. If you haven't reached that step yet and you're watching this video, I just want to let you know there's a lot more people rooting for you than you think. A lot of times you'll do good, you'll clean up, you'll live your life straight, and nobody believes you. You know, you try to show people that you're doing well, and that you got it together, and they're like, well, it's just a matter of time until you fuck up again. For those of you that have loved ones that are in addiction, that is the worst fucking thing you can say to someone. Because if in their mind they're thinking, well, I'm just going to fuck up again, so what's the point of doing right? You've already lost. It's terrible. I've been told it by people very important to me. And it's hard to find that inner strength where you're like, fuck those people. They're telling me I can't do it, but I'm going to do it. And that's where it comes to the point where you really have to do it for yourself. You can't get clean for someone else. It will never work, because that someone else might be the one putting you down and criticizing you. And no one wants to be criticized. So, I'm making this video because, I was talking to my sister, which I love dearly. We grew up in the same household with a lot of abuse, a lot of substance abuse. She went one way, I went the other. It's the mentality, my mentality was, well, they did it, it's okay. Her mentality was, well, they did it, I definitely don't want to do that, so I'm going to go the other way. And she's very successful, and I love her to death, She's the main inspiration behind me getting clean and making these videos. She's got a YouTube account herself. To make an example, if tomorrow my sister said she wanted to be a butcher, I would say, do you think they got a spot for me? I mean, that's the truth, And it's good to have a role model in your life. But look, if you want to make shit out of popsicle sticks, if you want to, I don't know. I mean, that's what I do. I make shit out of popsicle sticks. But if you want to do something productive, whether it be painting, playing guitar, anything, go for it, man. You have nothing to lose. At worst, you're going to gain a skill that might be irrelevant. It might be useless. You might want to learn sign language. You might never see a motherfucker in the next 20 years that you have to speak sign language to. But you know how to speak sign language. You'll learn that. And that's something to be proud of. So, I'm going to quit this video. Why did I make a present for my mom out of popsicle sticks? Because I wanted to. It kept my mind straight. And it kept me out of trouble. I love you guys. If you disagree with anything that I have to say, please let me know in the comments. I'm really trying to get out there and talk to people. I hope you like it. Stay safe, be blessed, and be who you are. Thank you.